Hey guys, so for today I'm just going to be doing a question and answer session. These questions are coming from over on my Discord server because it is the 1-year anniversary of the PapaGenos Discord. So yeah, that was a year ago that I created that, and we have a ton of members now, so we just opened up the floor for anyone to ask me any questions, and I'm just going to do this video where I read through them. Okay, so I'm just going to read the question and then answer it, and I don't know how much editing I'm actually going to do on this video, but yeah, I'm just going to read down all these questions, so here we go. Alright, first question is, can you explain why Crash would be a Banjo-Kazooie echo? No, I can't, because I don't think Crash would be a Banjo-Kazooie echo. He'd maybe have, like, Meta Knight's tornado thing, but I don't think he'd have anything to do with Banjo-Kazooie. The only, like, echo Banjo-Kazooie thing I've ever heard about was, like, Banjo-Kazooie will be a Duck Hunt echo, and I didn't believe in that one, so... Alright, moving on. Second question. Papa, have you ever had peanut butter on a pancake? If you haven't, please try it. I have not had peanut butter on a pancake. I like pancakes. I like peanut butter. I have never tried that before, so... guess I'll have to try it. Alright, third question is, you ever listen to the Big Time Rush theme song, and who is your favorite member of Big Time Rush? Gustavo also counts. I have watched Big Time Rush before. I actually have some friends who really like that show, and I have been told I look like Kendall. At least that's who my friends say sometimes. So, yeah, I have listened to the theme song. I guess my favorite character would be Kendall, because people tell me I look like him, but I've seen like maybe 5 or 6 episodes of the show, and only kind of half watching over a friend's house, so... yeah, that's my exposure to Big Time Rush. Alright, next question is, who's your least wanted for Smash? That is a tough one. I really am kind of cool with anybody at this point. I'm pretty happy with the roster, so there's very few characters that would really actually get me mad. I think the only thing I'd be really against is somebody who isn't from video games, but I don't think we're going to actually get that. So I'm pretty much cool with just about any gaming character. The only reason why I'm kind of against getting somebody who isn't from video games is because I think it opens up like a Pandora's box of like, well, if we can get that character, then we can get this celebrity and this comic book character and a Star Wars character and a Dragon Ball Z character. Like, I just think it opens up this Pandora's box of getting everybody into Smash, and suddenly it's kind of like how when we got third parties into Smash, you know, we ended up getting a lot of third parties that opened up the door for a lot of characters. Now people want tons and tons of video game characters, and this has kind of blocked out some Nintendo characters. I have no doubt that if we didn't get third-party characters, we would have Waluigi and Dixie Kong. Like, you know, there'd be main Nintendo characters that would be on the roster at this point, but aren't. So I feel like if you open up that fourth-party door, it's like, you know, then we'll never get game characters again, because people just want anyone. So yeah, I like keeping Smash just video games. Alright, next question is thoughts on Remaster Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and the Paper Mario series in general. Your personal thoughts on the series, please, as well as if you think any remaster return to roots is possible. So I do like the Paper Mario series. I'm just a bigger fan of Mario RPG because I played Mario RPG first, and Paper Mario was supposed to be a sequel to Mario RPG, and it became its own series. I also like the Mario and Luigi games, so unfortunate that that company just went bankrupt. But as far as getting a remastered Paper Mario, I think that's totally possible. Probably something they should do. They do like the Yoshi crafted games lately, and the, what was it, Kirby had one too. So like Nintendo's really good at that aesthetic, and obviously Paper Mario fits that really well, so doing a remaster would be pretty cool. I'd be totally on board with it. So next question. So I was walking down the street one day and I saw a nice little pizza place. On the front door of the pizza place there was a sign. The sign said, wood-fired pizza. Wood-fired pizza? How is pizza gonna get a job now? That one was a joke. Alright, next question. Is there really such a thing as free will, or are we just gray beings that rely completely on predetermined paths that this environment has imposed upon us? Whew. It's a little deep. It kind of reminds me of like The Matrix, actually, because I really like the first Matrix. I don't know about the other ones. I don't know about this new one that they're going to make, but the first Matrix movie is great, and probably my favorite thing about it that I don't hear too many people talk about when they talk about The Matrix. I hear a lot about like, oh, it was like perfect timing with the internet era showing up, and like, you know, the slow motion bullet stuff and all the fighting was so cool and the choreography was great and stuff like that. But I don't see people talk too much about like the core philosophical themes in The Matrix, and that's what I thought made the movie for me. And I love the idea of like that Neo is like fated to like be the chosen one and save humanity, but the whole point is to free humanity from machines that are controlling us. So if we're all, if fate exists, if there is destiny, if you can be a chosen one, then do we really have control of our lives anyway? It goes against what he's fighting for. So there's like this weird hypocrisy going on in that movie, and I love that. It's so interesting. Yeah, I love that aspect of the Matrix. So I don't know if that answered the question, but it's an interesting topic to talk about. All right, moving on. Next question is, who do you want in Smash? Geno. All right, next question. What obscure first-party villain would you want to see in Smash? All right, that's kind of specific. It's got to be obscure, first-party, and a villain. Porky, I guess. I don't know if that's obscure enough, but it would be Porky. All right, next one is, hey Papa, how did you come up with the idea of the name PapaGenos? It is entirely a joke on the pizza restaurant PapaGenos, spelled with an I. I like that restaurant. I've always really liked that pizza place. And way back during like Brawl Speculation, when Geno seemed to be gaining steam and stuff in the whole getting into Smash thing, it was like when it was first kind of gaining ground and stuff, or people were talking about it. I thought it was a funny pun, so I went with that. My actual original like Smash username was over on, I think the website was called Brawl Central, and my username was actually just Little Mac. I got Little Mac. Nobody put Little Mac, so I got Little Mac, and Little Mac got in Smash eventually. So that was actually the original like name I chose as like my name for Smash Speculation. But then when I went over to Smash Boards, Little Mac was already taken. Obviously, there's a lot of people on Smash Boards. So another character I really wanted was Geno. I wanted Little Mac, Geno, Banjo, pretty much all about the same. And I went with Geno, and I came up with the pun, PapaGenos. Was like, cool, perfect. That's how I did it. Hey Papa, do you think Geno is getting in? Maybe. Yeah, just kind of a maybe. I don't know for sure anything about Geno. I think there's definitely some stuff going for him. I think with further DLC, totally possible. Spirits don't deconfirm characters. Geno could get in. We could get another Square character now for the DLC. Those copywritten songs on YouTube by Nintendo, interesting, kind of fit Geno. In fact, the Mii costume isn't back. Also interesting. I think Geno probably has like a 50-50 shot right now, and 50-50 is pretty good, better than most characters. So do I think he's getting in? Hopefully, yes. Next question. What happened to the game store you were working on? Your content's awesome, by the way. Well, thank you for saying the content's awesome. So I'm assuming you meant game store I was working on, and not game store I was working in. I was working in a retro game store for 5 years while I was going to college and stuff, and a little while afterwards. And then that store closed down, and then me and a buddy who was also working there, we attempted to open up our own game store. We were going to make, it's going to be like tabletop gaming and video games, stuff like that, kind of everything. We actually were in talks with the owner of the store that closed. It moved out of our town that we were both working at, and almost like partnered with him to make a store. It was just tough. I mean, it's just really hard to do brick and mortar like stores these days, and my town's just kind of dying. So it's just it was such a gamble. I was gonna like all this stuff that I have. I was gonna sell it. I was gonna put it in the store and sell it, and that was gonna be the idea. And I had the idea of doing like a YouTube channel for the store. So we'd have the store, and then like after work I'd film like, hey, these are the cool like trade-ins we got, this is the cool like retro gaming stuff we got. That was my actual first idea for like a YouTube channel myself, but when I was working in a store I didn't own it, and then when I tried to make a store, didn't happen. So right now I just got a new job. I'm doing YouTube, so the gaming store, if that ever happens, will be way in the future. So yeah, not working on it anymore currently. All right, next question. Who is your least favorite addition to Smash Ultimate? You can't say none of them. Whew, okay, that's tough. There's my least favorite Smash Edition character was Corrin. I don't think all the people I know who really like Fire Emblem don't like Corrin. The timing of Corrin's reveal, it was such a pick just to like kind of get people to want to buy the new Fire Emblem game. That game I don't think was very well received. I don't really like Corrin's design. There's like a lot of reasons I don't like Corrin. It was really, really disappointing. We didn't know Smash Ultimate was coming out at the time, so it was like, it was a sour note to end Smash 4 on. But this is asking addition to Smash Ultimate. I've been pretty okay with Smash Ultimate's additions. I guess if I had to pick a least favorite, character that comes to mind, honestly, though I don't really dislike any of the characters in Ultimate, I'll say that outright, but probably my least favorite so far has been Incineroar. I just think there's way better Pokemon choices. Though I like Incineroar a lot more after playing him and seeing him in the game. Sakurai, I think, has done the character better justice than Game Freaks or anything else I've seen Incineroar in. So I like Incineroar in Smash better than any other iteration of Incineroar. So it's hard to say I really dislike him. It was also like, I mean, he was the character that like was like, hey, the Grinch leak isn't real. So, you know, that was obviously a bit of a sour note. So I guess I'd say Incineroar, but I don't really dislike anybody from Ultimate. All right, next question. If you had to bet one shiny American nickel right now, who do you think the 5th DLC character will be? I will preface with I am constantly shifting which character I think is going to be 5th DLC. Some days it's like, you know, it's definitely going to be Doom Guy. Other times I'm like, oh, I think it's going to be Ryu, Hayabusa, Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia, Jill Valentine. So like any given day, just where my mind's at, it'll be different. I've been saying Jill for a while. Jill's the one character I actually heard from someone decently credible way back in February that they had heard maybe was negotiated for. That Nintendo may have attempted to get a Resident Evil character, may have attempted to get Jill, but things might not have worked out. That's what I heard. Just a rumor, and the rumor was specifically it might not have worked out. So I've been kind of backing Jill just for a long time here. I think Doom Guy's chances seem, like if I just stacked up all the evidence, probably Doom Guy. But man, going through this whole cycle of Smash, and evidence doesn't always lead to characters. Like, I thought Bandana Waddle Dee was a shoo-in, and not in. So I guess I have to go with what I've heard from somewhat credible people and stuff like that. So even though the person said negotiated for, but things may have fallen through, I'm going to go with Jill Valentine. I'll stay strong on that. We'll see if it happens. Obviously, if something else comes up, I'll switch that answer if somebody seems more likely, but yeah, for now, the only name that I've heard floating around behind the scenes that maybe could happen here is Jill Valentine. So I'll go with Jill Valentine. All right, next question. What is it that you love most about leaks and speculation? Ooh, okay, that's a tough question. That's a broad question. I don't know if there's one thing. I will say I love the mystery aspect. I love trying to figure stuff out. I love trying to put pieces together. So that is kind of, I think, what made me really fall in love with, like, speculating about games or Smash or anything like that, is trying to figure stuff out. I love the history of gaming. I love just, like, knowing a lot about games and stuff like that, growing up with games. So seeing which characters get in Smash is always, like, this huge honor. So I like that aspect, being able to talk about, like, all games and see, you know, what's going to get into Smash is just, it's super fun. And then I guess the final thing I really like about speculating about leaks and stuff like that is it's kind of fun to be wrong sometimes. So it's something where, like, I love trying to figure out what character we're going to get or what's going to happen. But even when I'm wrong, then it's a surprise. So it's like this fun game between the community and the people who are making the games. You know, they're trying to hide the information from us so that they can reveal it and, you know, get all the hype and stuff like that, but we want to know, so we're trying to figure it out. That back and forth, there's no losing. I feel like either, you know, I figure something out and I'm super happy I figured something out no matter what the character is, or I don't figure something out and I'm totally surprised, and then the surprise is even bigger. So yeah, that duality there is fun. Next question says, besides gaming, what are some of your other hobbies? I have a ton of hobbies. Even though the room looks like it's like, oh man, this guy's like all about video games, I like a lot of stuff. Right now, it's October. I'm a huge fan of Halloween. I always do these huge Halloween setups in front of my yard, so I guess that's a hobby, setting stuff up for Halloween. I love Ultimate Frisbee. I unfortunately, the last like year or two, I haven't been able to play too many games, but man, back in the day, we used to play like every day, like from high school through college and stuff. We played Ultimate Frisbee all the time. I have this like Facebook group that has like a couple hundred people on it, and we just like get these games going, and we play during the summer and stuff. And man, I play a lot of Ultimate Frisbee. Absolutely love Ultimate Frisbee. I really like swords. I used to be into like sword fighting stuff, everything from like kendo to a little fencing stuff, people call it like LARPing, like live action roleplay stuff, but I never really did that because it's like, I don't want people like, I cast a spell. Like I didn't like that aspect. I liked making foam weapons and like hitting each other with it and like figuring out how to get good with the weapons. So we used to call it boffers or boffing or boffering or something like that, which was just, it's basically LARPing, but without the role playing aspect, it's just fighting with foam weapons. Stuff like that. I've done some martial arts stuff with, like I said, kendo. I did Aki Ken, like Aikido's kendo stuff. So I'm pretty good with the sword. I'm not very practiced up. It's been a while since I've done anything with it, but back in the day, I was pretty good at that and really into it. I love history. I went to school to be a history teacher, so I have a history degree and a teaching license. So I love all things history and stuff like that. Probably goes with the sword stuff. I like old medieval battles and stuff like that are just so cool to me. I love movies. I know that's kind of like a broad thing that like everybody loves movies. It wasn't like going to the movies. But I used to, back before working in the retro game store, I worked at a Hollywood Video, which was a movie rental place. Those things are just gone now. It's so weird to me. Like drive-in movie theaters are like a product of a certain era. Like there's only so many drive-ins left, and I feel like renting movies was like my generation's like drive-ins, and now they're gone. So yeah, it's cool that I was a part of that for a while. But anyway, yeah, I used to be able to rent any movie I wanted all the time, and I was way into movies. I love doing like movie. This kind of goes with like when I speculate Smash and stuff. I love like doing like analysis of movies and breaking them down and stuff. I've wanted to do some of that on the channel, but been a little afraid to branch out too far away from video game themed stuff too often. But yeah, I wanted to do some like movie analysis stuff. So if people are into that, let me know. I definitely have other hobbies. I don't know, a lot of stuff. I'm definitely a multifaceted person with a lot of interests that I go way into. So yeah, I'm sure other hobbies will pop up as I talk about stuff if you keep watching my videos. Next question is, how did you first get into Smash speculation? I mean, probably back like in between like 64 and Melee. I'm sure me and my friends just like at like the school lunch table were like, oh man, what character do you want to get into Smash or stuff like that. But when I first really got into speculation, I don't remember the exact like day I logged online and found like, oh, there's people talking about this on forums, but it was somewhere after the like Brawl reveal trailer that had like Wario on like the motorcycle and stuff. At some point after that, I got deep into just going online talking about Smash stuff all the way up until Brawl got released. So somewhere in there was when I got way into Smash speculation. What would your reaction be if Geno got into Smash Bros? Love your content. Thank you. I don't know what my reaction would be. I would love to see my reaction. I was like Banjo blew me away, absolutely floored me. Little Mac floored me, but I wasn't filming myself back then, so I was like at my college's like little hangout area in our dorm, like the little middle area that had like couches. I was like on my laptop. That's when I watched like the Little Mac trailer, and I was totally alone. So I was like, yeah, but nobody was around. So Banjo was, I kind of heard about Banjo back during the Grinch leak and was just kind of holding on to that, and slowly he was gaining steam until, it seemed like by the time we got Banjo at E3, I was pretty like on board with. I believed we were getting Banjo at that point. So it wasn't as surprising as it probably could have been, though I was really excited. So if Geno happened out of nowhere, like if he was the 5th DLC and we didn't get any leaks or anything, it's just like boom, I would like to see my reaction too. I don't know how I'd react. All right, next question is, if you can turn one assist trophy into a character, who would it be? That's a tough one. There's some good assist trophies candidates to be characters. First one that comes to mind is probably Bomberman. I feel like he's the biggest character that is an assist trophy and not playable, but I can understand that maybe a lack of moveset. Otherwise, Waluigi is a character I would definitely like to see playable. There's obviously a lot of fans. Feels a little incomplete without Waluigi. It's like him, Dixie Kong, Bandana, Waddle Dee. I feel like are the like. If we had those three, I don't see any Nintendo characters that feel missing at that point. I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty much everybody that should be in Smash. And then, but personal favorite would probably be Isaac from Golden Sun. Actually, like if it was just like, what character do I want? Isaac from Golden Sun. All right, scrolling down here. What first introduced you to Smash? I don't know for sure. That was a long time ago. Either Nintendo Power, either I first read it in Nintendo Power, or it was that Smash commercial where they're like going through the field and like they start beating each other up. People in like the costumes, like the Yoshi and Donkey Kong costume and stuff. It was either one of those. I don't remember which one I saw first, but it was kind of out of nowhere. If it was Nintendo Power, it was like, wow, this is coming out, and then the commercial happened, and then the game came out like within a few months. If it was the commercial, it was the commercial, and then Nintendo Power came out, and then the game came out. But I remember being really excited for it. But it was quick, and that was actually kind of cool. Usually, like especially N64 games, I remember being like, the wait for just the N64 and Mario 64 to come out was a long time. The wait for Zelda 64, Ocarina of Time, was like, it was years. That one I remember. That was probably the game that was like had that or Brawl probably had the longest like, I'm just waiting for this game and it's taking forever. But they were both great. So, cool. Sometimes waiting a long time is a good thing. So next question, who do you prefer, Hector or Edelgard? I have not played Three Houses yet. I have played Hector's games, so Hector. I wanted Hector for a while, actually. I don't really want any more Fire Emblem characters at this point. But I personally, I've played those games. I haven't played a ton of Fire Emblem games. I have played Hector's games. Axe Wielder would be cool. I'd probably go with Hector. Next question. Howdy, PapaGenos. If somehow you could add one fourth-party character into Smash, who would you pick and why? Okay, so fourth-party characters would be non-gaming characters. There are a few that I like. Like I said, I don't really want to open that door because I feel like once you add a fourth-party character, it's like, well, why not add this guy and this guy and this guy? Like there's just so many characters will get in. Or be potential to get in. So I don't really want to do that, but there are a few characters that personally I like and would be like, that's pretty cool to get in Smash, but I know better logically to just not even touch them. The character I would probably pick, I really like Punch-Out, so Mike Tyson would be cool to me. But actually, I think Tony Hawk, because of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, which I love, would be... Like, that was such a big part of gaming. There was, like, an era of gaming when extreme sports was big, and the Tony Hawk games was, like, a big part of that in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, whatever it was. So, yeah, actually, Tony Hawk would be, like, probably my fourth-party choice. Which he's, like, a real person. So is Mike Tyson, actually. So I know it's usually, like James Bond or Goku or, stuff like that. But actually, I think Tony Hawk, he has a place in gaming for me. Okay, so next question. Hey, Papa, what is a Nintendo series, or series in general, that you desperately want to revive? Ignoring Pikmin, my choice would be the Starfy series. Poor boy has been neglected for a decade and only had one game localized to the West, and always seems to be one of the first assist trophies revealed. Okay, yeah, I do know about Starfy. I haven't played a ton of the games, but I know he's like popular in Japan, kind of like Kirby series similarities. But one series that I would want to get revived. I don't think the Pikmin series is necessarily like dead. Like, it doesn't really need to be revived. I'm sure they're going to give us another Pikmin game. But if it's not a non-Nintendo series, it's tough for me to think of a Nintendo series. I'd probably just go with like F-Zero or Earthbound, but they're not my super favorite games. I like them and it'd be cool to see them, but I would probably go with Nintendo series. Actually, I'll go with Golden Sun. I like Golden Sun series revived. Non-Nintendo series, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I love Zombies Ate My Neighbors. If I was making a game, I would make a Zombies Ate My Neighbors like sequel or spiritual sequel. I know they made was it Ghoul Patrol? Kind of sucks. I think it was Monster Madness Battle for Suburbia. Don't quote me if that's the name of the game. I think that's the name of the game. It was like a 360 game that it was like a spiritual sequel or had that like feel to it, but I wasn't that into it. It didn't really play like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. But I would try to make an actual like sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So that's a series I would love to get revived. Unfortunately, owned by LucasArts, and the Disney bought it, and then EA started making Star Wars games. So I have no idea what's going on with the Zombies Ate My Neighbors like licensing and stuff. So hopefully someday. All right, next question is, if the second pass was your choice, if it is 5 characters, who would the characters be? Okay, I don't know off the top of my head, and I'd have to know who the 5th fighter is of the first fighter's pass, right? Like, I gotta know if Doom Guy gets in, if Jill Valentine gets in, if Ryo Hayabusa gets in, if Lloyd gets in, Geno gets in, then I can't really make 5 after that if I don't know who is already in. So I guess I'm just gonna kind of push you over to that 10 more characters video me and my brother did. It would probably be some arrangement of the characters I was talking about there. Characters that come to mind are like Crash, Doom Guy, all the ones I just said, Crash, Shantae, Dixie Kong, Waddle Dee, stuff like that, Rayman, Sora. Yeah, I don't know. Look at that video that I made of like next 10 characters I want. Something in those. All right, next question is, what was the first game you played? Okay, I don't necessarily remember exactly what the first video game I ever played was. We always had an NES in my house. I know like our original stack of games consisted of Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, the original Legend of Zelda, Akari Warriors, Goonies 2, Punch-Out, the original Ninja Turtles game. I think we always had maybe more, maybe Mario Brothers 2 as well. As far back as I can remember, we had an NES in my house. It was like my dad's, and we had those games. And I played them occasionally. I'm talking like 3-4 years old. And then the first gaming system that we bought that was kind of more for me, so I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, was the Genesis, and it came with Sonic the Hedgehog. I know some of our early Genesis games were Golden Axe, Phantasy Star, Shining Force, and Shining in the Darkness. Actually, Shining Force came later. Shining in the Darkness. It might have been Phantasy Star like 2 or 3 or something. I don't remember which Phantasy Star we had first. It was those games, but so Sonic the Hedgehog kind of is the one that like I had played video games before that, but they were like, again, it was like my dad's NES and stuff. So probably Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for Genesis is like the first game that I bought for me. But I had played games before that. I don't remember what the very first game I played was. Next question is, what do you think of Bandana Waddle Dee's chances of being in Smash? And if he is in Smash, will you support his inclusion? I absolutely support his inclusion, and it's so weird. If you go back to like when just like Inkling was revealed and we just knew like, oh, Smash Ultimate's coming, I would have said like, if you asked me like, well, who do you think are like the number one characters you think are going to get in this game? Bandana Waddle Dee would have been right up there. I am shocked he's not in the game. All the evidence and stuff that like made it seem like he was going to happen, still very, very shocked he's not in the game. So yeah, I absolutely support him, and I'd be happy to get him. Feels overdue. Moving on. What are your favorite memories surrounding Super Mario RPG? So I first played Mario RPG. I rented it. I rented it from a local video store that's like right down my street, and played it. So that was like the first time I ever played Mario RPG, but a good memory with it. I remember going outside with like my neighbor, and we played like Mario RPG in real life, like oh, I'm gonna be Geno and you can be like Mallow or whatever, and doing that. That was pretty cool. I know the best one. I went to Walmart, and this was quite a few years after I'd played Mario RPG. I went to Walmart, and they had a big area that was like, it was strategy guides, and it was just like, it was all messy, like they were just all over the place, strategy guides, and I found discounted the Mario RPG strategy guide, and I was like, oh, a book on it! Like, I think I had like the Nintendo Power about Mario RPG, but I didn't have the strategy guide, and this was quite a bit after that strategy guide would have been like circulating, so it was, again, that's probably why it was discounted, and I don't know why it was in this like, I still remember, it was like a big pile of strategy guides. I like was searching through them, and I found that, and it was really cheap, and I bought it, and yeah, that was a good Mario RPG memory. Hey there, PapaGenos. What's your favorite Mario Kart title? There are many entries in the series, and I'm curious about which one you like the most. Mario Kart 64. That was the first one I played, and yeah, that's the one that, like, when I think of Mario Kart 64. Everything that's come after that has been cool. Double Dash, also probably a close second, but I think Mario Kart 64, just for being the first one I played, and I think that introduced a lot of people to Mario Kart. Like, you know, I know it was on, like, Super NES, but I didn't know too many people who played the Super NES Mario Kart back in the day, but, like, everybody played Mario Kart 64. How would you react if Nintendo announced they had bought the rights to Super Mario RPG and would be releasing a sequel next year? I would be ecstatic. I'd be really happy about that. I hope Nintendo buys the rights to Super Mario RPG. It seems like Square just has it, but I don't know, they're not doing anything with it. Like, not making any money off of it except for selling it to Nintendo. So sell it to Nintendo. Nintendo can do something with it. Next question is, if you could be one food, which one would it be? That's a weird question. That's like one of those like those 80s dating shows where it's like, contestant number 2, like if you were one food, what would it be? And you got to give like an answer that's like kind of suggestive or whatever. So I don't know what food I'd be. Like I don't want to be food. Get eaten. I'll be human because we're dinosaur food. There you go. All right. Next one. If Smash allowed For fourth party reps, whom would be your first choice? I already said this. Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk, I guess. What comes to mind? Hey Papa, if you could have any mode of your design be added in Ultimate that wasn't in prior Smash games, what would it be and why? Ooh, that's tough because I got to think up a whole mode out of nowhere that's never existed. I guess some sort of like, I don't know, like an RPG mode. I mean, like if I can do whatever I want, right? So it's a huge single player like RPG mode with all the characters, and it's awesome. I don't know, something like that. Adventure platforming mode, we kind of already had that before. So yeah, just a RPG mode or a racer. There's a whole racing game built into Smash. You play as characters, you race around all different characters. It's a whole new mode. I don't know. Beef or chicken? Chicken. I actually don't eat beef, so definitely chicken. I eat a lot of chicken though, so I'm not a vegetarian. But I don't eat that much meat though. But I do eat chicken, a little bit of fish. That's about it. How would you feel if Mallow got in instead of Geno as the Super Mario RPG rep? I wouldn't be angry about it, but I'd probably be like laughing, like, oh man, Mallow got in, not Geno. I like Mallow. I'd probably end up maining Mallow. Like, I like Mario RPG, more than just specifically Geno. And I wanted Geno and Mallow to get back into the Mario series because they were like main characters in that game in the early days of Mario lore, and they're just gone forever. So I would be happy about Mallow getting in, though slightly like I would definitely laugh about the fact that Geno didn't get in and Mallow did. So yeah, I'd probably end up playing him. Somewhat happy, somewhat bummed about Geno, but overall actually probably happy. Top 3 least wanted characters. Ooh, that is tough. Any like fourth party rep, that's pretty much what I don't want. So I guess that's one. It's tough because I'm so okay with like the roster right now. I really wouldn't be that mad at just about anybody. I guess another Fire Emblem rep I don't really want, but I wouldn't actually be that mad at it. Like I just would prefer not to get it. And maybe like Fortnite. Like I wasn't huge on like Steve from Minecraft, but that wasn't because I don't like Minecraft. Like I played Minecraft, I actually like Minecraft. I just thought it would fit better as like a stage. I didn't think Steve's the best character choice. Whereas Fortnite, I've never played Fortnite. I don't care for it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like basically anything about it. So yeah, I would probably not want a Fortnite character. But honestly, if one got in, I wouldn't be that mad. Smash is pretty sweet as is. If you could add a non-gaming character to Smash, who would it be and why? Tony Hawk. I already said it. Tony Hawk because of the Tony Hawk. Well, okay. Well, actually, Tony Hawk is kind of a gaming character because of the Tony Hawk games. So completely non-gaming. Is there like anything that hasn't had a video game like ever? Man, I don't know. All right, Tony Hawk. I guess I can't think of anybody who doesn't have a video game or anything that like doesn't have a game at this point. Marketing, capitalism, right? Everything gets a game. I heard in 2020 that there will be more Smash DLC. So, Paraleak real? Oh, this is from Paragon. This is from Paragon, who had the Paraleak. Nice try, Paragon. That's funny. Yeah, no, I don't think the Paraleak is real. We got Terry, and the Paraleak was about amiibo stuff, so I do not think a Undertale and Waluigi amiibo are in the works. I mean, Waluigi could get in. I guess we have Sans in Smash, so as a costume though, so I don't expect any more Undertale reps, but maybe I don't know. Nice try, Paragon. All right, next up, how will you feel when Tony Hawk joins Smash? I'll be very happy about it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the fourth party character I would want, so I'd be cool with it. The only thing would be I'd be like, sweet Tony Hawk, and I'd maybe even like that probably become one of my mains because I really like Tony Hawk games. But I would be very wary of where it goes from there because it's like, right, now Goku can get in, and Darth Vader can get in, and Mickey Mouse can get in, and Iron Man can get in. Like it just opens up a door I don't want to open up. When are we getting the ballot results? If you mean the ballot that was like between the Discords and stuff, there are some like preliminary versions. There's like that pie chart, and I think Nintendo Soup put out one, but those I think were counted by bots, and because of like the potential to spam characters, the potential of like calling the same character different names like Doom Guy and Doom Slayer. So if you just have a bot count the name, like it might not count all of them. To actually hand count them would be in a couple weeks. However, if you mean like Nintendo's actual like the Smash Ballot, I don't think we'll ever see that, and there's good reason for that. Think about this: everybody voted for tons and tons of characters from tons and tons of companies and stuff like that. Even if Nintendo got rid of like the Shrek, the joke choices and gave us just the gaming characters, they might not have the rights to say that character was voted for, or show this character is this low on the list. Some company might get mad about that. So I think they'd only be able to show the characters that they actually are in Smash. So I don't think we'll ever see the ballot results, which is a bummer, but we won't. What I would like to know is, what got you introduced to the character Geno? Was it from playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, or something after that? It was from playing Super Mario RPG. I rented it. That was the first time I ever played it. I saw it at a movie rental place or whatever back when renting games was a thing. Rented the game, played it, loved it, and eventually went and bought it. And that's how I first got introduced to Geno. What is the one fan rule in speculation you wish was destroyed, and by what character would you like to see destroy said fan rule? You can't pick Geno for an additional challenge. And then there's a picture of Waluigi. So I think they're hoping I say Waluigi destroying the assist trophies deconfirm rule. I would rather see the spirits deconfirm rule as fan rule get destroyed. So if I can't choose Geno, go with Bandana Waddle Dee. It's like Bandana Waddle Dee, Rayman, Shantae. Those are spirits I'd love to see actually become playable, besides, obviously, Geno. But I'll go with Bandana Waddle Dee. What is the least likely character that is so bizarre that you actually want? I mentioned Zombies Ate My Neighbors, so that's pretty low on the likelihood scale. But, like, I kind of want just a new game. It's not so much that I want them for Smash. I would love to get ToeJam and Earl. I love ToeJam and Earl. I would think they would be so awesome in Smash. Bizarre character, very unlikely to ever get in. But yeah, ToeJam and Earl, that'd be a sweet character. Alright, next up. Hi, PapaGenos. This may seem odd, but if you had to suck the toes of either Mario or Luigi, which one would it be? Alright, so in the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga game, you can see Luigi's cool socks, and so obviously Luigi, like, he cares about his feet, he's got these cool socks. I would prefer not to suck the toes of any character, but if I have to answer this question, yeah, Luigi's got those cool socks, so I guess he wins out over Mario. Alright, next up. What would be your top 3 favorite OSTs from any game? Okay, so my favorite like soundtracks from games. Chrono Trigger. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Talking a lot about Tony Hawk here. Ocarina of Time, probably. Those are probably my top 3. If Tony Hawk doesn't count because it's like actual music, then maybe Chrono Trigger, Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, probably, honestly. What is your favorite anime? Mine is Azumanga Daioh. I like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is my all-time favorite anime. So good. Short, sweet, awesome, amazing characters. The animation for the fights are awesome. The world building's amazing. Yeah, it's a really, really awesome series. If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, go watch Cowboy Bebop. I consider it the best anime ever made. So there you go. And it's my favorite. What are 3 things you'd like to add to / change in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? It's a pretty perfect game. There's not too much I'd want to change. So, I mean, if I could add 3 things, it'd be add 3 characters, so I'll avoid that. I won't add stuff, but stuff I'd change... Oh, Elf. Elf should be his own character. It's really weird. He's like an alt costume for Olimar. Just make him his own character. Maybe some stuff with, like, stage hazards and some of the stages I'd probably change around. And then I guess add back in, like, break the targets, board the platforms. I see them missing. They don't seem like they'd be that hard to implement, so I like those better than, like, home run contests and stuff. So I guess I'd add those back in. Let's say Melee somehow received DLC back when it was new. What do you think would have been added in? Probably Wario, Diddy Kong, King Dedede. I know those are characters Sakurai wanted to add. And potentially Sonic the Hedgehog. I think if fans had any say back then, or there was any internet buzz, that was like the very first Smash leak. It was in was it like EGM magazine maybe or something like that. I'm not positive it was that magazine. It was some gaming magazine did like an April Fool's joke where they showed you could get like Sonic and Tails playable in Melee. So yeah, I think a lot of people would have wanted Sonic added. Surprisingly, we still don't have a playable Tails, so kind of interesting. But we do have Sonic, so that happened. If Terra from Final Fantasy VI gets in Smash, what would be your reaction? I'd be pretty excited about that, actually. I like Final Fantasy VI more than Final Fantasy VII, so sorry, Cloud fans. Yeah, I'd be pretty excited. Obviously, I want Geno more. I'd want Sora more. There's other, like, Cloud, I think, is fine for Final Fantasy representation. Obviously, more would work, too, because Final Fantasy has a ton of entries in the series. But if we got another Square rep, I would want them to do something else besides Final Fantasy, I guess. What Smash game do you have the most memories with? Whew. I don't know if one stands out above the others. I definitely have a lot of memories with each of them, and they're like different. So Smash 64, I remember coming out, and it was like in the heyday of N64 4-player couch co-op, where your friends came over and you played like Mario Kart or Mario Party, or all games like that. Smash was one of those big ones. GoldenEye. You get your friends over and you play, and we used to play all the time. Just crazy matches with all these explosions and items everywhere and stuff. It was a super fun game. For Melee, it was like, I remember when that came out and getting it for GameCube. I remember playing it for like the first time, and that was pretty sweet. I remember going over to my friend Jeff's house a lot, and he had like a done-over basement and playing Melee there often. So those two have like that kind of memory. Brawl was the beginning of like Smash speculation, and I distinctly remember like going to GameStop the night Brawl came out. There's like a little tournament going on, getting it, going home. I was actually really sick that night, and I felt better the next day, which was lucky. That's a whole story sometime. But yeah, I remember the lead up to Brawl and when I first got it more than anything else with Brawl. And then Smash 4, I was working in a retro game store, so I made a bunch of friends getting excited for that game. I remember when like the 3DS one came out, and like we had a ton of people there when that game launched, and playing it on our 3DSs and stuff, and then holding weekly tournaments after the Wii U one came out and everything. So yeah, lots of memories with Smash 4. And then Smash Ultimate. Probably my biggest memory is starting the YouTube channel and talking about Smash Ultimate. So yeah, each Smash game has some specific, pretty cool memories attached to it. A bit off topic, but have you played modded Minecraft before? I have. Not much to say about it. I haven't played Minecraft in a while, but yes, I have played Minecraft before. Hey PapaGenos, if you could pick a Valve character for Smash, who would you pick? My favorite Valve game is like the Left 4 Dead series, but I probably wouldn't pick a Left 4 Dead character, so I would probably pick, I think most people have kind of backed this character. I think it makes most sense for like a Valve rep. Heavy from Team Fortress, that's fine with me, fits well. What's up, Papa? If you could pick 3 fourth-party picks or characters that originate from a video game for Smash, who would you choose? I'm assuming they meant not from a video game. Originate not from a video game. 3 fourth-party picks. Okay, so Tony Hawk. I'll add Mike Tyson. And another one is kind of tough. I'll go with James Bond for the GoldenEye thing, and that he almost got in Smash and stuff. I guess close to that would be Popeye because of the association with Mario and stuff. Yo, Papa, if you could have Mario Odyssey 2, Mario Sunshine 2, or Mario Galaxy 3, which would you pick? Mario Odyssey 2. That was my favorite. I liked Odyssey better than Sunshine and the Galaxy games. I thought it was the best 3D Mario since 64. So, yeah, I'd go with Odyssey 2. Hey, PapaGenos, who is the most obscure character that you'd actually be very happy to see in Smash? I kind of already said Toe Jam and Earl, Zombies Ate My Neighbor's character. I don't know. It's tough. It's obscure. So I don't know. Oh, my brother brought up Earthworm Jim. I've been pretty pumped about that. So yeah, something like that I'd be happy with. There's a lot of obscure game characters I'd actually be happy with getting in Smash. They just don't get talked about that much. Hey Papa, if you were stuck on a desert island and could choose 3 games to be stuck with, what would you choose and why? Okay, I'll choose Smash Ultimate because, I mean, it's a huge game, tons to do, never gets old, play it a lot, and just the soundtrack alone would be worth having on a desert island. Probably like Animal Crossing, because it just like never ends. You can just like keep playing Animal Crossing forever. besides that, I'm trying to think of what other games like don't end in that sort of way. I don't know, maybe one of the Mario Kart games or something. Just something I can just play forever and get better and better at. Next question is, what is this? And that's all they wrote. So I'm guessing they're just questioning what the channel here we put for people to put their questions is. Well, they're questioning what it is. So it's that. It's for this question and answer thing. Hey PapaGenos, what inspired you to make videos? Ooh, okay. So I'll go with like videos in general. Way back in high school, me and my friends made videos as like projects for school assignments. I made this one French project video with my friends that basically the idea was we were supposed to do like, oh, you can do a presentation or a poster or what, and one of the options was, or make a video. So we went real hard, and it had to be based on a French, like we had to take a French book, a book that was actually written in French, out of the library, and then do something about the book. So I decided to make a video on the storyline of the book, and it was, it's called Theory La Fronde, which I think is like Theory of the Sling, because he used like a slingshot or something. He's like a Robin Hood character for French people, I guess, in France. So I took that book out, and me and my friends decided we went hard on making a video of the storyline, basically so we could put as little French into it as possible, do as little actual work, but do so much work on making the video good, and like it was hilarious, it was really funny, and do so much work on that the teacher basically had to give us an A, because look at how much work we put into this. So that was the first time I did anything like video, and that got pretty popular, like within the school. Like we played that video for like other classes, like we played it in my class, and another class wanted to watch it. I remember I had to give the DVD to a friend so he could go play it in like one of the English classes or something, because people were just like, oh, I heard Brandon made this video, like you gotta watch it. So yeah, that was the first time I started filming stuff. Made a couple other funny videos and stuff after that. This was back in like 2005, 2006, so like before YouTube. Then YouTube happened. I didn't make anything for YouTube, though I was totally making videos back then, and I should have done that. Should have done that right at the beginning, but oh well. And then I started filming stuff. My dad does stuff with the company Beachbody, which sells like the P90X workouts, the Insanity workouts, Shakeology, which is like a health drink thing. My dad works for that company, so I was helping, because I know how to like edit and film stuff from way back when. For a while there, I was helping him do some videos for like his company stuff. It was kind of like teaching people how to like help sell the product and stuff. So I was doing videos for him, and that's where I got like the camera equipment and stuff, editing software, and yeah, that's kind of how I got into just doing video stuff. Doing like Smash videos was a whole other thing. So yeah, but that's how I got into videos itself. Hey PapaGenos, I wouldn't be surprised if this was already asked somewhere above. We'll find out. However, I'll still ask, if the data mining for dummy slots actually holds some merit, and we did theoretically receive 10 more characters after the 5th DLC pack, what characters would you love to see, and which ones do you expect? I suppose if you had to make a list of 11 characters, one version being most wanted and another being most expected, what would they consist of? Thanks, and congrats on your Discord and channel in general. Well, thank you for congratulating the channel and the Discord, which is a year old today, yay. As far as like 11 characters afterwards, I made a whole video, like the 10 characters that I want to see, or we want to see, or something like that, with me and my brother. So I'm just going to refer you over to that one, because top of my head, I'm going to forget somebody. All right, moving on. PapaGenos, how do you like all of this? Like the attention your YouTube channel has and engaging with the community. I really like conversing with people of similar interests, and wanted to know if you feel the same or have diverged from that now. Okay, yeah, a bit of a split answer to this question. I would say I really do enjoy this. It's really fun. I like making videos. I like talking Smash. I like having something that keeps me, that kind of forces me to keep up with Smash and speculation and stuff like that, which I'd be doing anyway. I love being able to engage with the community and stuff. That's really fun. Talking to people, making all these connections with people, doing collabs with people is fun. Having like a whole Discord server to talk to people about, that's like kind of my own. Being able to post something on Twitter and have people like, actually flock to it and talk about it and stuff, post videos and get tons and tons of comments, read through those. It's really fun. I absolutely love that the YouTube channel took off and having all that. On the flip side, I guess there is some stuff that kind of sucks. Like, I have definitely seen people like talk about me negatively on like forums and stuff, which is it's disheartening. It kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, I'll be honest, I'm a human. So yeah, it's there's give and take to it, but overall I do really enjoy it. Actually being able to interact with the community, talk to some of the people I've talked to that I didn't think I'd ever have a chance to talk to and stuff like that. Be a known name in the community, known for like Smash and stuff. It's really cool. I absolutely love it. Yeah, so overall I love it. Hey PapaGenos, if you could have a movie character in Smash, who would it be? Ooh, that's tough, because I generally don't really, like, I love movies, but I, like, definitely separate things. I prefer game characters in Smash, and my fourth party characters usually have something to do with their relationship to gaming. Movie character. Mario Brothers movie Mario. I'm copping out. Echo Fighter Mario. Mario Brothers Mario. Mario Brothers movie Mario. That's what I'm going with. All right. Yo Papa, would you like Sakurai to make another Smash Bros. Game years from now, or would you prefer for him to just keep supporting Ultimate for as long as possible? I would prefer supporting Ultimate as long as possible. I don't think we're going to have a chance to have all these characters in one game again. I think whatever the next game is, they're going to have to kind of revamp a ton of stuff, and there's definite pitfalls that can happen there. Smash Ultimate plays really good. I love having like all the stages we have. I love everything about Ultimate. It's pretty great. It's pretty much kind of perfect Smash for where we should be with stuff. So I'd rather just continue to get characters. And from the sound of things, it sounds like Sakurai is on the same boat. So yeah, we'll probably just continue to do that instead. I guess if he had to make another Smash game, I'd either want just like Smash Ultimate Deluxe with all the DLC and then continue more characters. Or I guess just do something vastly different. Smash Racing and just make it a racing game with all the characters from Smash, or a lot of characters from Smash. Legitimately, I feel like they need to just make a big leap to something different after this, because otherwise it's just going to be, whatever the next Smash is called, and there's going to be cuts, and I just don't think it's going to be able to live up to Ultimate. So yeah, I'd rather them continue Ultimate. Sup, Papa, if you were able to add a second Sonic rep in Smash, who would it be? Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, as he's called now. I'm a Robotnik guy. My brother definitely opened my eyes to this one, that Robotnik has been there from the beginning with Sonic. He is a villain that's right up there with, like, Bowser. Yeah, I think he would be... he'd have an awesome moveset and stuff, so much you could pull for him. So yeah, I would definitely want Dr. Robotnik. What's the best video you made, in your opinion, and what was the most challenging video for you to make? I don't know off the top of my head. I kind of just make videos, and then they just, they just happen. So best video I made, there's definitely times where I always watch my videos. There's definitely times where I watch a video and I'm like, yeah, I explained that really well. That was great. Or just the editing there, like, oh man, that whole video felt really good. But I don't remember which ones, had that quality. Other times I'll watch them, like, man, I was like stumbling over everything I was saying, and I didn't explain that well at all. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely videos I like more than other videos, but I don't know them off the top of my head. Most challenging video to make, I don't have one in my head, but I will say that the videos where it's like I have something complicated that I have to explain, or I have to like kind of tiptoe around something, like this character seems likely because of this, but I don't want to outright say like this character is going to be in Smash. Like there's a balance at this point of like how much I can say about something, how much I shouldn't say about something, and that can be really tough. So sometimes I go into a video and it's like I'm trying to get the point across and say what I want to say about something, and it's just not coming out right, or I rewatch it and I'm like, man, people are going to take that the wrong way. They're going to think I meant this, but I didn't. It's tough. It's tougher than you think, because people really hang on every word I say, and if I don't make sure I say like maybe or potentially this could happen, yeah, it's tough. So those videos are usually the most challenging. It's never about editing or finding the information or anything like that. It's always about what makes a video challenging is always about the information itself and trying to convey it the right way. That is tough. Yo, what is up, Papa? Besides Geno, who else is your most wanted? So my most wanteds have always been Geno, Little Mac, Banjo. So I got Little Mac, I got Banjo. Besides that, there's like probably another like 20 or so characters that I want, like a lot. I'd be like, oh, that's awesome, that's a character I really like, but they like, there's not like, it's this one, then this one, then this one. It's just like 20 characters I want. So like coming to mind right now, it's like Doom Guy. I really want Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. Bandana Waddle Dee. That mostly, I think I've already talked about these characters, so they're like popping up in my head. But yeah, like I want those characters, but do I want one more than the other ones? Not necessarily. I think they're an awesome character. They should get in. Cool. I'm very happy with them. So yeah, I mean, I had 3. I got 2 out of 3. I'm just waiting for Geno. If we get Geno, then yeah, it's just a bunch of, it's like 20 other characters I just think are cool. And maybe if we get Geno, then I'll have to actually sit down and really think about like, okay, who are the new characters I really want? Like, who are my most wanted? But for now, Geno's the one, and then a bunch of characters behind him that I want pretty much equally. If they're adding Echo Fighters, who's your most wanted Echo Fighter? Dixie Kong, if she was an Echo, but I think she could work as not an Echo. I just think, you know, she could be an Echo, so she'd be my most wanted. If not Dixie Kong, or Dixie Kong isn't an Echo and got in as, like, you know, a unique fighter or whatever, like an Isabel the Villager or something like that, then probably Impa. It feels like, I have a friend who absolutely loves Sheik. I mean, Sheik's cool, so I hesitate to say this, but it feels like to me, Impa's in a lot more Zelda games. Impa's been in the game since the very first Zelda, been a character in the Zelda series since the very first Zelda, and I feel like Impa should have probably replaced Sheik at this point, and Sheik should just be an echo of Impa. So an Impa, a Sheik echo, that is Impa, would probably be my #1 most wanted Echo. The character I actually thought was probably going to happen. When I was like first thinking about Echo Fighters, it was like, I think Chrom and Impa, I think were the 2 that I thought were really likely. And then it was like Shadow and Dark Samus were pretty high too. But we didn't get Impa, so waiting on that. So yeah, Dixie Kong, but if Dixie Kong's a unique fighter, then Impa is the #1 Echo. Oh, and also Tails. Like, so we were talking about Sonic and how there's that old EGM magazine prank that was like Sonic and Tails got in Melee. Yeah, Tails. I'd like to see Tails. Even though my #1 most wanted Sonic character would be Dr. Robotnik, Tails seems like a pretty simple Sonic Echo with like a different up B. So yeah, I'd be cool with Tails. Okay, next question is, hey Papa, if you were to add other content to your channel outside of amiibo hunting, leak and speculation videos, or Let's Play style videos, what would you create? Warpig0121. This person actually put their name in there, so I haven't been saying the names of the people who are putting stuff. This person did that, so I'll read it. So yeah, I would like to do reviews, like game reviews. I was going to do a review of the new Link's Awakening game, but I ended up, I mean, it's like, it was originally built as a handheld game, so I mostly played it Switch handheld, like in bed and stuff. I feel like Link's Awakening was like the original, like, you put a flashlight over and you're playing it like under the covers so your mom doesn't find out you're playing video games late. Like, that's like the original game to do that. So it felt right to play Link's Awakening, like, you know, in handheld mode, kind of in bed and stuff before I went to sleep. So that's how I played it, and so I ended up not recording any of it. The other thing is with game reviews, it's like, it feels like I'd have to like get the game immediately and then go home and just like play it, film what I've played, and like really focus on the video and not actually get to enjoy the game. So that's why I've kind of been hesitant with game reviews. Feels like I need to get them out quick, or like who cares about a game review that comes out a while later? I mean, unless it's like a retro game review, which I guess maybe I could do that. Maybe instead of doing new games, I could do like old games that I like and just review them or something. That'd be fun. The other thing I'd love to add to the channel would be film analysis stuff, like taking a movie and just talking about it, or a theme that I found in it, and you know, pointing out stuff. I like stuff like that. I watch other YouTubers who do stuff like that. I just really like that stuff. I kind of tried to bring that style format over to gaming with like leak speculation type stuff. So I'd love to do it for movies, just like breaking stuff down and pointing out things that all kind of you know, point to something, either it's a theme or a message for the movie or something like that. So I'd love to do stuff like that, but I'm a little hesitant because I know the channel is video game focused and I don't want people to think like, oh no, he's branching away from video games and stuff. So yeah, I've been hesitant to do that one too. So game reviews and film analysis stuff I'd like to do. So if you guys would like that stuff, let me know, because I would like to do it. Just worried about how to do it and how people would react to it. If Sakurai were to add one new mode to Smash Ultimate, which one would you like to see? I think I already said like break the targets and board the platforms would be sweet. Also Smash Run. Smash Run was awesome, but it's stuck on the 3DS Smash 4 for 3DS. So yeah, I'd love to see Smash Run come forward. Who is a character you don't want in Smash? Like I said, fourth party characters, I guess. An actual specific character. No, I don't really have one. I just like to keep it video game characters. What jobs have you worked at that you enjoyed in real life? I'll just give you all my jobs. So my first job was at a coffee shop. I did not enjoy it. I hated food service, and yeah, I don't even drink coffee anymore because the smell of that place reminds me of work. So, yep. My second job was working at a video rental place, Hollywood Video, before that went out of business. And that was great. I did enjoy that job. Talking about movies and stuff, being able to rent movies free was awesome. After that, I did stuff for my dad, like filming videos for he sells Beachbody products, so helping him film stuff like that. That was kind of on the side thing, and I kind of did that. I think I kind of still do that, basically. So then after that, I worked at the retro gaming store for 5 years. That was probably my favorite job. That was really fun. That was while I was going to college and stuff. Then I worked, after that place moved, I worked at GameStop for holiday help for a little while. Did not like that one. Did not like GameStop. Do not recommend. While I was working at the retro game store, I also did student teaching while I was going to college. So if you count that as like a job, mixed feelings about it. Like teaching has some things that I really like about it. Other things I did not like about it. So that's why I'm not a teacher right now. I graduated and everything. I don't want to pursue it. After working at GameStop, I worked at a cell phone repair place, fixing cell phones. And now recently and then YouTube, obviously. And now recently I just got a office job for a big company, and it's been great so far. I'm only like 2 weeks in, but everybody's really nice there. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So while it's taking up a lot of time, pays well, and everybody there seems nice. We got like a brand new building too. The building's really nice. So yeah, those are basically my jobs. Some good, some bad. My favorite was probably the retro gaming store. In your opinion, when do you think the final DLC character is going to be revealed, and when would the DLC end? Okay, so like everything over, and with further DLC, I think they'll probably at least try for 2 more E3s. So E3 2020, E3 2021, I think we'll have Smash character reveals at them. After that, I don't know how long it'll last after that. It's possible Sakurai will just work on Smash for years and years and years, just kind of endless DLC or something. But I guess if I had to guess at it, 2021, end of 2021, maybe early 2022, somewhere in there. It sounds so like in the future. Like that's so weird. It's 2019 though, and my brain's still like 2012, right? It's like no, it's 2019. I'm old. How would you rank how much you like each Fire Emblem character in Smash? Well, Corrin's at the bottom. I don't know. I mean, it's so tough. It's like I think they represented Fire Emblem incorrectly from the start, and they maybe could have fixed it in like Brawl, but they didn't. And then Smash 4 really screwed things up. So the big issue I have with it is like Roy is from a game that Fire Emblem fans don't really care that much for, but he's one of the first 2 ever Fire Emblem characters to get in Smash. Corrin, once again, was basically just chosen to promote that game. People don't really like them, but they have a unique moveset, whereas many other Fire Emblem characters are just Echo fighters. The Lucina, Robin, Chrom, they're from a very popular Fire Emblem game, but some of them, Lucina's like an Echo of Marth, so do we cut the Echoes or what? Not necessarily cut, but like, how do I rank like who I like and who, would maybe be lower on my list? It's tough. They kind of just screwed it up. This is how I would have represented Fire Emblem, is you do classes, so you just have like the sword character and the axe wielder and the lance wielder, and then you just put like Bowser Jr. or Hero, you just do a bunch of different Fire Emblem characters from different games in those slots. And they could have done that right after, Melee into Brawl. Even Brawl into Smash 4, they maybe could have done like heavy sword fighter like Ike and light sword fighter Marth or something, and then just done that. But they just added characters, just the characters, and it's a game series that constantly has new characters. Yeah, I think they just kind of screwed it up, and we're kind of stuck with it now because I want everybody back. But I don't really want more Fire Emblem characters, but I understand if another Fire Emblem game comes out, it's very popular, people are going to want that character, they're going to add them, and there's a good chance they're going to play similarly to the one we already have, or they're going to have their own unique moveset, which then pushes like Lucina and Crom, on the chopping block because they're just echoes, so it's tough. I just think they screwed it up. If you were to fake a leak, what would it be? Man, if I were to fake a leak, I'd make a leak that just everyone would believe. I have the ability to do that. Basically, what I would do is I would find some real piece of information from some source of mine or something like that, and I would stick it onto a fake piece of information. So I would say, this is going to happen because I've actually heard this from somebody credible or something like that, and then I would stick, and also this character is coming to Smash. And I'd put it out there somewhere, and then when the first piece of information comes true, the second piece would seem likely. Then, of course, I would cover it, and I could fake a leak. But I would never do that. I don't want to fake leaks. I get why people do it. It's attention. I could see the fun in it. But personally, I really want to figure out what we're actually going to get, so I don't really want to ever fake a leak or muddy up the whole, speculation, just muddy up speculation. I don't want to do that. I don't want to cloud things. I want us to try to figure out what we're actually going to get. So I don't hate people for faking leaks or anything like that. It is a disservice. It does just, it's going to just screw us up and stuff. But if I were going to fake one, back before I had the YouTube channel, before I had any connections or anything, before I could, know, okay, I've actually, seen this is going to happen, so I'll just say it's going to happen. Then when it gets revealed publicly, boom, there you go, leak correct. I don't know what I would have done. I would have tried to be smart about it and figure out something to fake. But now I guarantee you, if I were to fake a leak, I could make it be huge. But I'm not going to do that. Great power comes great responsibility. Not going to do it. Okay, next up, for how long have you been talking about leak speculation? Specifically for Smash, it was back before Brawl is when I really got into stuff like that. But there were old leaks for stuff in gaming magazines and stuff way back when, and just talking with friends about oh man, I heard this is in this game and stuff. So a very, very long time I've been talking about leaks and speculating about games and stuff. Pretty much my whole life, or at least the whole time I've been into gaming. that's been something I've talked about. What fake leak out of all the leaks you've covered did you believe the most? I'll go with the Grinch leak. I'll be honest. I totally believe the Grinch leak. It had tons of just coincidences that lined up. It happened the same week that I had a very credible person who had, Microsoft connections. I have the curtain kind of pulled aside for me. Knowing what I knew about that, it seemed very likely that Banjo was in fact coming, and Grinch League was happening, and it just seemed well, that probably means this is real. Trying to make sense of Incineroar and all that. I thought maybe he got moved to DLC or something. Just trying to make sense of that whole leak, and then all the coincidences. Isaac having a vine, which is not something I've ever seen anyone put with Isaac. And that Sprout item got shown off in what was it, a Wendy's ad that same week that the Grinch leak was happening, and the Sprout looked a lot like the Sprout from Golden Sun. We hadn't seen the item yet, and the Sprout in Golden Sun you can turn into a vine, and that's what Isaac had. So there's stuff like that where there's Diddy Kong can throw bananas, but there's also a banana item, so it felt oh man, Isaac's going to have some vine moveset, some interesting thing Sakurai's going to do with that, and there's going to be an item that does something similar. So that leak totally tricked me completely. That was the one, the Grinch leak. Papa, who is your least favorite character in Smash right now? Corrin. I'm just not huge on Fire Emblem. I don't think even Fire Emblem fans like Corrin that much. I don't like Corrin's design very much. I hated Corrin's reveal at the end of Smash 4 and everything. So Corrin. It's always been sour about Corrin. I'm basically over it. Smash Ultimate is fine. My big gripe with Corrin was mostly that Corrin got in instead of someone like Wolf or Inkling that everybody would have been totally fine with ending the game on, but no, ended on Corrin. Sorry Corrin. Forever associated with that moment for me, and I didn't like it. Do you think that for a sequel, Sakurai might just hand the keys to Capcom to create a Nintendo versus Capcom? See, I could see something like that happening. Again, I feel like whatever the next Smash game is, they have to do something totally different, so I could see it being Smash vs. Capcom or something like that, and it's all the first-party Nintendo Smash characters versus a bunch of Capcom characters. Again, I suggested Smash Racing. It's got to be way different, so I could see something like that happening. I don't know if that exact thing would happen, but I think it's got to be something very different, something that isn't just it's another Smash game, because there's going to be cuts. It's not going to be, quite what it is. So, yeah, doing something like it's Nintendo characters versus Capcom characters, so all the other third-party characters just aren't involved because this is what it is, wouldn't, be as tough as doing just a new Smash, but we have to make cuts, and it's just not going to live up to Ultimate. Has there been any game franchise that you have decided to check out because of Smash, whether it be fighters, trophies, spirits, or assist trophies? I'll go with Fire Emblem. That was the game that, Marth and Roy were in Melee, and then when Fire Emblem came over for Game Boy Advance, I played it. Obviously, Marth and Roy weren't in that game, but that introduced me to that series, as it did many other people. Why is Geno your favorite Mario character? He's just cool. He was just cool in Mario RPG, and also he was it was a long time ago. I think if you had played Mario RPG back when it came out and everything, I've said this before, but there weren't really the Mario Party games. There was just the one Mario Kart game. There was no Wario was very new. Daisy was this side princess in Mario Land. They hadn't done Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Mario Party, all those games. So Geno and Mallow felt these are main Mario characters. These are new main characters for the Mario series. And Geno was just really cool, super unique design. Kind of added a serious element to Mario, which just felt cool to me as a kid. And he's just been gone. And I do have definitely a soft spot for characters that are just missing or don't get the attention. K. Rool, Banjo, characters I want back with Nintendo. I want to see that happen again. So for all those reasons and more, Geno's just my favorite Mario character. What has made you start talking about leaks? So leaks specifically, I can say this. I didn't start the channel going, I'm going to talk about a bunch of leaks or Smash leaks or anything like that. I started the channel because I wanted to talk about this Mach Rider theory, just a bunch of evidence for Mach Rider to kind of show that Mach Rider, a character who wasn't really being talked about too much, actually had a lot of stuff going for him. I had made some posts about this, and I was kind of piggybacking off of, I don't remember the person's name off the top of my head, another Smashboard user who had kind of pointed out this theory about the some action figure Sakurai had gotten and how it kind of fit for Mach Rider. And I hadn't seen a ton of attention to it, so I was like, I'm going to make a video because that's just easier to explain it. And then after that, I just felt I guess I should probably talk about the big leak that's going on right now, which was Vergiben's stuff. Then after talking about Vergiben's leak, just to kind of lay the groundwork for Smash speculation, because the channel I wanted to be about speculation, I think there was a possible Nintendo Direct leak that happened, so I covered that one. It got a lot of views, and then then Simon Belmont got announced, so it was okay, Vergiben was right, and then I just started talking about other leaks that were happening, because just trying to figure out the roster, trying to speculate and stuff, and leaks are just a big part of that. And then over time, I just talked about leaks so much, because there's just been so many potential leaks or leaks to talk about and stuff, that I now kind of talk to people in the know, people who leak, connections with Sabi, connections with VR Plant, person told me about Banjo and stuff. So I kind of just started talking to people, talking about leaks. Now I've talked about leaks for other games, other stuff, it just kind of happened naturally. It wasn't something I set out to do necessarily. Ever had shredded cheese? Yes, it's delicious. Next up, if you could pick one video game you believe to be bad and give it a remake, what would make it good, and what game would you pick? It's tough. There's definitely a lot of... I know. Fallout 76. I was excited about it because I absolutely love the Fallout series. I like Fallout 4. I know some people don't like Fallout 4. I'm totally fine with Fallout 4. 76, I would probably just scrap the whole idea of online multiplayer stuff. I would just use the same map, same concepts and stuff they had going on, and just add NPCs, make it a one-player game, and just give me that. That's what I want. That's what I wanted from that game. That's what I did not get. I guess they are adding NPCs, but I don't know how much it's going to work. It's so glitchy, and there's so many problems with it. I really wanted to like that game, and it sucks. I'm sorry, it sucks. That would be the game I would change, and I would change it by just making it a one-player normal Fallout game. I'd be fine with it. Who would be, in your opinion, the single worst character they could add into Smash? I think I already kind of said this. It would just be any kind of fourth-party character I probably wouldn't be too excited about. I mean, I know I've said, Tony Hawk would be cool, or Mike Tyson would be cool, or whatever. But, yeah, I would overall be unhappy with that because of what it could bring. If not that, Fortnite character, I guess. Where did you get your signature hat? So this specific hat I got from, I think it was Hot Topic when it closed in our mall. like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. And when it was going out, I bought a bunch of stuff really cheap. One of the things was this blue hat. It was just a blue knit hat. I was like, cool. So I just had it lying around. I should probably get like an actual Geno hat. I know they actually make ones that have like the little symbol on it and stuff. So that's long overdue. I should do that. On the incredibly off chance a Fortnite character actually gets into Smash somehow, how would you react? Like I said, I don't really like Fortnite. It's probably bottom of the list of things I want to get in Smash. If it did happen, though, I mean, Smash is just, it's so good right now, I wouldn't really care. I'd just laugh it off and be like, what, Fortnite, I'm not really into it, haha. But it wouldn't actually make me angry. I'd still play Smash, still be happy with Smash, just not my thing. Hey there, Papa. If you had the tools, abilities, etc. to make your own video game, what would it be about, / what kind of setting would you choose, and what genre would it be? Okay, I think, like I said earlier, I'd probably make a sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors, something, or a spiritual sequel. I really like that setting. I always want to do, like, modern era, kind of horror movie stuff, attacks the town, suburban setting type thing. I love that, the very cliche horror movie look, the Scooby-Doo thing of, like, band of, teens like fighting monster stuff. I love that whole aesthetic and stuff like that. So I definitely do something like that. Probably Zombies Ate My Neighbors sequel. One other thing. This isn't my idea or anything. I read about this online and was just like, that's a cool idea. I don't remember if it was like Reddit or what. It was on somewhere. I was reading it. Someone had the idea for a game where it's like, you're just driving and it's at night, and it's not like a racing game or anything. It's just like you get in a car and it's like a horror game, and like you stop at gas stations, and maybe you can like purchase like how much gas you get, or if you get like a flashlight, or if you buy like a spare tire for your car or something, with a limited amount of money, and maybe you can get money by like picking up hitchhikers and bringing them somewhere or something, or maybe the whole game, maybe you're like an Uber driver and you have to pick people up. But anyway, the point would be, it's like, it starts at dusk and it goes until dawn, and that's one like session, and you drive through like the desert or the woods or like farmland, and there's like, you have like a radio, and maybe the radio has like a coast to coast, if you know that radio station, like a paranormal station that's kind of giving you tips about stuff, kind of just talking about things that are happening in the area, and like, you might pick up a hitchhiker and maybe they'll just give you some money when you bring them somewhere. Or maybe it's a ghost. Or maybe the hitchhiker is a serial killer and they kill you. I'd say you could probably get out of your car, but if you get like too far away from the car, it'd give you like you need to get back to your car. And if you just keep going, it's like, the screen goes black and it's like, you went back to your car and you're back in the car or something like that. And you just have to drive at night. And maybe you have a destination you have to get to. Again, maybe you're an Uber driver. Maybe you have to pick people up. Maybe you'll hear on the radio that like a serial killer escaped, and they've impersonating a police officer, and then a police officer starts following you, and it's like, oh man, do you pull over, or is this going to be the serial killer? Maybe you encounter a ghost, maybe you see a UFO, or you see like some weird cultists at like a barn or something, and they like attack your car or something like that. But most of the time you'd just be driving at night, and there'd be just these random spooky encounters. I think that would just be an awesome game, just a big like open world map, just driving around, deciding where you want to go, with objectives, having to stop at gas stations, not too many towns, mostly abandoned, graveyards and stuff, just a spooky aesthetic game. I like horror genre games. I like the horror genre in general. So that's not my idea. I read about that online somewhere. I might have added a few of my own ideas to it, but I don't care if I would make that game. Somebody else wants to make that game. I think that's a sweet idea for a video game. So somebody do that. Somebody make that game. Hi, Papa. Do you think the Google/Brad leak characters may have a shot as future individual DLC? Yeah, definitely. I mean, we already got Banjo, so Ryu Hayabusa, Doom Guy. Probably not Artorias necessarily. I think that was entirely because of the Google theory thing. But a like Chosen Undead, a Dark Souls character, totally possible. So yeah, I still think Ryu, Doom Guy, highly likely. A Dark Souls character, totally possible. So yeah, I'd say yes. Hi, Papa. Any chance you will ever do a Let's Play series of Super Mario RPG? I already have. It's called PapaGenos Bros. They're like on my YouTube channel. I think I have them in like their own category or whatever. And we played Mario RPG. We played up until at least like getting Geno and stuff. So maybe we'll finish that out someday. But yes, I have done that. So go check it out. Will we ever get K. Rool this back? I I assume what you meant is like K. Rool going to come back to like the Donkey Kong Country series. I'm going to say, yeah, I think people have proven, probably with the Smash Ballot, getting K. Rool in Smash, stuff like that people really like K. Rool. I don't know how Nintendo is so tone deaf to the fans sometimes, so hopefully next Donkey Kong Country game will feature King K. Rool. Which cartoony first-person shooter game should be in Smash first? Team Fortress 2 or Overwatch? Team Fortress 2 would be my choice over Overwatch. Especially with like Blizzard right now, it's like probably shouldn't be touching Overwatch. Let's go with Team Fortress 2. Sakurai deconfirmed them, but if you had to choose between Iron Man and Goku, who do you prefer to see in Smash? Probably Goku. Goku, at least, like, there's a lot of Dragon Ball Z video games. There's, you know, video games featuring Marvel characters and stuff, but Iron Man feels way more like comic books, movies, and stuff. Goku, at least, does have some history with games. Are you Sakurai in disguise? Asking for a friend, of course. What chance do you give to Geno being in the game? I think I said this earlier. I think it's like a 50-50 shot, honestly, and that's pretty darn good, all things considered. So yeah, I think he has like a 50-50 shot right now, so pretty good, fairly likely. Do you think Super Mario RPG Remake is possible? If Nintendo buys the rights to Super Mario RPG from Square, I'd say yes. I think it's unlikely they do a remake if it means Nintendo and Square having to partner up to make a remake. I think there's just some weird logistics to doing that. But I also feel like if Nintendo bought the rights to Super Mario RPG, they might just make a straight up sequel or something, or just use the characters in future games or something like that. So we'll see what happens with that. I think it's possible, but it requires certain things to happen. Mainly Nintendo actually buying the rights to the game. When do you think Pikmin 3 and Metroid Prime Trilogy will be revealed? Okay, so this is going off of the King Zell leak stuff, which King Zell got a bunch of stuff right, but the two things that haven't happened yet is Pikmin 3 ported to Switch and the Metroid Prime Trilogy coming to Switch. I think Metroid Prime Trilogy is just being held back so it can come out shortly before Metroid Prime 4, which makes sense, so that one's probably good to go. They're probably just waiting on it. And then Pikmin 3, I have a feeling it's probably taking a while because so much of Pikmin 3 involved the two screens, being able to look at like the Wii U screen, the gamepad screen, and I think they have to just very revamp how the game plays. So I don't know when Pikmin 3 is going to get announced port, if King Zell is right, of course. Hopefully soon, and I would hope they add a ton to that game, because that was a really good game. It just felt like less than Pikmin 2. I felt like the ending should have been that you save Olimar, spoiler alert, you save Olimar, and then you should be able to play as Olimar and go back to all the places that you've already been, and like there's now dungeons, and then you can go down into the dungeons and there's white and purple Pikmin, and the rest of the game is just doing dungeons and stuff. That is how you should do Pikmin 3. So hopefully if they do like a remastered port, whatever you want to call it, of Pikmin 3, they're adding something big like that, because that game was good, just short. So yeah, hopefully that's what they're adding. Who's more likely, a Resident Evil rep, a Monster Hunter rep, a Dark Souls rep, or Dante from Devil May Cry? Personally, my choice is probably Resident Evil. It's a huge series that isn't in Smash at all. Monster Hunter is already in Smash a little bit. Dark Souls seems a little less likely. I think Dante had someone outright say like he's not coming to Smash. Not that he couldn't now with further DLC, but somebody said not too long ago that like, you know, he wasn't planned. I think it was maybe like a year-ish ago that he wasn't coming, and so far he hasn't. So, yeah, my guess would be Resident Evil probably has the best shot. I feel like if we got another Capcom character, it would be someone for Resident Evil. That seems like a big series worth representing in Smash that is not in Smash in any way. How you feel about the Smash fandom, and how will you make it better? Okay, so kind of mixed feelings about the Smash fandom. I love speculating. I've met tons of cool people. I love that it brings people together for like, you know, game nights and stuff like that. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that it's a series that branches out to all sorts of different games and stuff, so fans from all over the place play it. I love interacting with people and stuff. But there is also a toxic side to the community, definitely. There are people who just hate on people's character choices, and it's awful. People trolling and making fake leaks. And then in person, the Smash people smell bad thing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's true. I mean, not everybody, obviously, but man, there's a lot of Smash players that just smell awful. I worked at a retro game store. We ran tournaments. We had to tell people to go home and shower. We had to tell them, you know, that you can't come. You smell bad. Spray Febreze everywhere. Like, yeah, Smash fans smell, man. It sucks. Or at least, I don't know why that's a thing. It's a thing. It sucks. So that, and then the toxicness of the community online sometimes suck. But overall, obviously, I love the game. The way it brings people together is great. I've had some awesome memories with Smash. I think it's such a big fandom that obviously you're gonna have some bad stuff or whatever. But yeah, both sides of that one. Hey Papa, who would you like to collaborate with someday? Ooh, I've collaborated with a lot of people so far. I did something with Source Gaming, but I didn't actually do something with Push Dustin himself. So although I talk to him decently often, I'd love to actually do a straight up collaboration. Artsy Omni, I think, asked me to collaborate like a full year ago or something like that, and just nothing happened to it. I should probably reach out and do that. I'd love to collaborate with them. And then, I mean, my favorite YouTuber of all time is Angry Video Game Nerds. So yeah, if I could ever do anything with AVGN, that'd probably be my ultimate. I'd be very, very excited to do something like that. Papa, did you ever see a leak with Silex, Lloyd Irving, and Porky announced as DLC fighters? Probably. I look at a lot of leaks. I do not remember a specific one. I don't know if maybe, did you fake that one or something? You're wondering if I saw it? I may have. I don't recall it though. Papa, do you think Conquer has a chance for DLC? A chance? Yes. Very likely? No. I think Banjo is our rare rep. I doubt we'll get any other rare characters. And Conquer has the whole lewdness aspect. I'm sure they could tone it down, but just considering what he represents, the game that he would send people over to go try to play, yeah, I don't think it'd happen. I think Banjo-Kazooie is our rare rep. Favorite topping to put on pizza? I just like plain pizza, plain cheese. So plain cheese. My favorite pizza is either PapaGenos pizza or Uno's. I love Uno's deep dish pizza. It's really good, really good. If you could add one baddie from a series in Smash to be playable, who would it be? And then in parentheses, Goomba, Bokoblin, etc. Okay, so this is like Piranha Plant, not a main villain or something, but an actual just enemy that you're constantly fighting in a game. King Boo comes to mind, but I don't think King Boo. I think King Boo falls into more like a boss. Kamek or Magic Koopa. Yeah, that'd be a cool character. There's a lot you could do with that. I know in the West, Kamek is a specific Magic Koopa, but I'm pretty sure in Japan they're all just called Kamek. So yeah, that'd be who I'd want. How much time do you generally invest into making and producing a video, including filming, editing, etc.? Okay, so I think my average is probably 5 hours, though I can bust a video out in an hour if I really get to it. But it's probably there's an undecided amount of time for just collecting stuff. Either I'm on my phone, I'll just screenshot something interesting someone said, and then just upload all that stuff onto my computer over time, or I'm just browsing the internet and I'm just saving pictures of stuff or articles on stuff if it's interesting until stuff builds up and I decide, okay, I want to make a video about this. Sometimes I have an idea for a video and I do that. I'll sit down beforehand. It probably takes me an hour to collect images and the data itself and double check things or whatever and get it all ready. Do some sort of outline. I don't ever write a script. This is what I'm going to say. I think I've done that once. But I do an outline of I'm going to talk about this and this is how I'm going to transition between them or something. And then I sit down and I film it. That's probably another hour, even if it's a 15-minute long video. Outtakes and stuff. I don't always say stuff perfectly the first time. So maybe not 15-minute long videos, but the 20 to half hour long videos are probably more an hour and a half of filming. And then after that, I upload it onto my computer. I put it into editing software. I edit it, which probably takes an hour or two in itself to edit it. And then I'm while it's rendering, I make the thumbnail, which could take 20 minutes-ish. Then I upload it to YouTube, add all the tags, the description, the video title, stuff like that. Then I publish it. I put it on the Discord. I put it on Twitter. I just kind of put it around places. And then I usually try to respond to comments. So overall, I'd say it's probably a 5-hour process on average, though I can probably very quickly, if like some news drops, I just have to do it. I quickly save it. I film like immediately. I don't do any kind of outline or anything. I say it. Hopefully I say it good and say it right. Upload it. And I'm editing as quick as possible, trying not to edit too much. Then I just render it, upload it, make a simple thumbnail. Yeah, so I can do stuff fairly fast if I need to, because I know sometimes things are time sensitive, but usually it's probably like 5 hours. Have you ever eaten at PapaGenos? Yes, I have. It's one of my favorite pizza restaurants. We have one in my town, so yeah, I like PapaGenos. That was part of the reason why I called the channel PapaGenos. What if Waluigi is the last DLC? That would be cool. Definitely be a for the fans thing. It would be hearing the fan outcry and adding a character in, so I'm all for stuff like that. Yeah, I think Waluigi would make a great surprise final DLC character, so yeah, I'd be for that. What is your favorite kind of Fortnite dance? Please try to do it, too. Ooh, I don't think I know any of the Fortnite dances. Did they do like the Carlton dance from like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? So I think that's probably the only one I'm even aware of exists. I honestly can't even think of how the Carlton dance looks, so I can't really do it. Sorry. Maybe I'll do some. I'm not against doing a stupid dance. Like I don't care. But I don't really know any of them. Sorry. What is your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Not trolling. I think strawberry is the one that I like. And then I think this is the final question. What do you do when you're not making videos? Oh man, all sorts of things. Obviously I play video games, but I'm not someone who just like plays video games all day, every day or something like that. I really like gaming, but if I didn't have the YouTube channel or if I wasn't working at the retro game store for a while there, it'd be tough to find time for gaming, honestly. So I work a lot, hang out with friends. I mentioned I play Ultimate Frisbee, so that's something I do when I have time for it and can get a group together. Watch movies, just hang out with people and stuff like that. Pretty multifaceted person. I do a lot of different things, so yeah, all sorts of stuff. Whatever's fun. All right, well, that was the last question. I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A, and happy birthday to the Discord. And thank you to everyone who put a question in over on the Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below to the Discord, so if you want to join it and you haven't already, go ahead and do so. And thanks for watching, guys. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. Really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.